Hello. Today we're doing an exercise that I've created, I've designed. Ooh, maybe some have found it on their own. I haven't seen it anywhere, and I found it by mistake by doing uvular trills and lip trills at the same time. And then I found that I get extra resonance from it. But don't worry about that. So today we're going to do a couple of other ways to achieve it. And it boosts the singer's formant and a little bit above that for the nerds. Basically, it gives you more power and resonance. I call it Resonant Lip Trill. So I'm super excited. Let's get right into it. So the first position of the tongue that we're going to try today, the one that usually works the most, I'm going to present 6 different positions. And you're going to try all of them or just the first few and see if you're finding the right resonance, the resonance boost that I'm talking about during the lip trill. As you're changing the shape of the tongue, your lip trill might stop. So you want to try it a couple of times and always hold the lips because it's easier to do. So again, your lip trill might stop because the air changes as we change the resonance. And it goes both ways. But anyway, the first position is an ah. So it's happening behind the teeth like a ventriloquist would pronounce an ah. And try to feel what your tongue is doing. You might feel it going down. So that's what we're looking for during a lip trill. So what we're going to do is we will use a higher note because that's easier to spot the resonance on. So let's pick a G4 in falsetto. Because it's easiest to spot the changes. But of course, you can do it on different notes. Ideally, we want to do it on individual notes as we go down and higher. But for now, we're just doing one note. So we're going to reposition the tongue for an ah underneath the lip trill. Are you following? So so here's the lip trill. I'm going to start with a normal lip trill, and that's what I want you to do as well. And then reposition the tongue for an ah. And I want you to do it very slowly so that you and listen to the resonance. Feel if you feel it more forward. Some people might feel it more forward, other people might feel it more back, and both are correct. There's not a correct way for it, but you might feel just more presence, more resonance in your voice. So let's do it. Here's a G4. I'm going to start with normal lip trill and then do the ah underneath the lip trill. Do you hear the difference? Let's do it one more time. Ah, this one. And we get a resonance boost. And then you can go up and down in your range with that ah. And you get extra resonance from that. If this doesn't work for you, okay? If this doesn't work, we have a second way to do it. We have 6, but yeah, we have a second way to do it. So here's that. So we're going to position the tongue for an but so the tip of the tongue is going to be at the back of the bottom teeth. And then the middle front part of the tongue is touching the roof of the mouth. This might be confusing. If it's too confusing, do the other options. I understand it can be weird. So what we're doing, let me show it again. So what we're doing is, again, the tip of the tongue is the back of the bottom teeth. Okay, like this. And then the middle front part of the tongue goes up. And it sounds like this. It sounds like an L. But it's not an N. Because then the back of the tongue lifts and it blocks the mouth resonance, and we go into the air goes only through the nose and you go into a hum. But we want an L so that the sound comes out of the mouth. And that also gives you that resonance boost underneath the lip trill. So here's the G4 with the L tongue position. And we get a similar result, and we go up and down with that. And we get, again, extra resonance. So go up and down in your range in the normal lip trill, and then record that, and then reposition the tongue, as we're going to do that soon. reposition the tongue and record it again, and then see which one sounds more resonant. And again, start with the lip trill, the normal lip trill, and then reposition so that it makes it easier for you to spot the difference. So that was the L position. L. So the third one is an E, a normal E, nothing special about it. And again, let's try it. Normal lip trill to the E. And again, we're getting extra resonance. I hope you're hearing it. The fourth one, we're starting the fourth one. If you remember the fundamentals, 1 to 2 weeks, week 1 to 2, we did a tall and a wide tongue shape. Why? This is why. So here we are. So the tall and the wide tongue shapes, if you haven't watched the video, the tall tongue is you make your tongue pointy, and then you lift the middle back part of the tongue to touch your top teeth. So pointy and up. That's the tall tongue. So then the wide tongue is the opposite. So we get a divot like this. So what we're going to do is on the inside, we're going to slowly transition between the two shapes. And we're going to do that underneath the lip trill. So first practice it on the inside without sticking your tongue out, and then apply it to your lip trill. And what will that sound like? So I've found the resonance on both of these shapes, but you might find it on only one. So notice if it's tall or wide tongue that you find the shape on, it might be just one of those. And let me show you. So I'm going to go between the two shapes, starting with a normal tongue, then I'm going to go to tall tongue, and then go to the wide tongue. Both of these are resonant for me, but one might be more resonant for you. Record yourself and see it again. And what's tricky about this one is that the shape changes for every semitone. So as you go up and down in your range, that shape, tall and wide, might change a little bit. So experiment on different notes and experiment with tall and wide shapes. If something's not resonant, try the wide or the tall shape, and then play around with it. Slowly move between them, because you might find the resonance on a little bit taller or a little bit wider, and it's not fully tall or fully wide. It's not fully tall or fully wide. Okay, that's the fourth. Okay, so the fifth, if nothing has worked for you so far, which I hope you don't get this far, but the fifth idea, the fifth movement, is we're pushing our tongue against the back of our bottom teeth, and that might just work. So let's try it again. Normal lip trill to tongue pushing forward. I found the resonance on everything, but you haven't, so we're gonna have to find it for you. But again, I'm gonna push my tongue forward. Again, it's gonna make a sound. And again, I'm getting a small resonance boost, and that's what we're looking for. And if nothing else worked out for you and you're here, I'm sorry. If your E is extra resonant, like yee, if that's extra resonant for you, then we're gonna do E on the lip trill. So let's try it. And we're getting another resonance boost, but that's gonna make you dark, which we might not want. So consider coming to a lesson for that one. But if the E works for you, you can start feeling the resonance and then apply it to all of your other vowels. So I think you can do it. If nothing else worked for you, and this is the only thing, if you're lucky that your E is resonant, more resonant than the rest, then you can train with the help of an E. I hope any of these worked for you. We're gonna try now going soft to strong on the same note, because we're doing a messa di voce, so soft to strong to soft, and I want you to find all parts of your voice with the resonance. So I'm gonna start a normal lip trill, reposition. I'm gonna use the second position, the L, because I really like it. But you might use the whatever works for you, whatever works for you. And again, reminder, your lip trill might stop. Try it like 3 or 4, 5 times before you say this doesn't work. And always hold your lips. Let's do it on a G4 again. Normal, L. And then I'm gonna go soft to strong to soft. I'm gonna do that again on a different note. Let's do it lower. Let's do it on a C4. That would be falsetto still, or it might be chest voice. Do it for both and see what feels better. And that would be soft to strong on both of these. Do it on chest voice and on falsetto and notice if there's a difference. Record yourself, and yeah, that's it. Do that on songs instead of words. So for example, and you follow the melody instead of pronouncing the words, and you keep the resonance the same. You're looking for keep the shape so that you get the resonance. If none of these work for you, you want to focus on the wide tongue the most. Usually if none of these work, the easiest way to find it is the wide tongue. So focus on that. Even if you can't do it, keep practicing it. So apply it to the lip trill. What else you can, the other things you can do is do one line lip trill, one line words, and that way you're gonna take the feelings from the lip trill, from the resonant lip trill, and apply it into the words. The other thing that I forgot to mention, you can change the vowel shape during the resonant lip trills. So let me do I, E, A, O, U on a resonant lip trill, on a G4. You can make any shape, any vowel resonant once you get the hang of the resonance, and then you can sing your songs like that. So that was Somewhere Over the Rainbow with the vowels only. So again, one line trill, one line words, change the shape eventually once you get the hang of it. We covered 6 different positions today. I hope one of them at least works for you, and I will see you around. Bye bye.